Miss Salone Fambulem. This na Abdul Karim Kagbo, the founder and CEO of the Voice of Salone Network. Me Fambulem, we don't come to now today Monday, and this na Salone issues. And I believe say plenty of another useful like I go through several topics them for discuss. But this one tonight, now just one topic we get, and no say na a big topic, because now something way be day a whole like the whole period, almost the whole day. We they watch and the back and forth, the drama and stuff. And I believe say beaucoup of una go say kudos to Salone democracy. And this definitely, beaucoup people and go say they're satisfied compared to waiting we see where Parliament be just open that fet, and we see a whole lot of things them way we not be plenty of we not be feel say immature. But waiting we see today now something way I believe say it will go down at the history. Whichever it go down at the history, I go allow una force for talk about that. So waiting at the topic, my brothers and sisters, again, I want to tell una plenty thank you we don't join, and me for the people that we just join. I see one or two people and just come in. Me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, the founder and CEO for the Voice of Salone Network. And we want for yeri from una, let we get una feedback. What do you think about the Commission of Inquiry Parliamentary debate? Where Parliament debate that Commission of Inquiry. And with me tonight, I will get somebody who will join me for the first time and himself just become a VOS family member. And this person will come in as political commentator. So it not come it, but I don't want for keep on for too long, because we know say we don't set the stage and we don't send out plenty request for let people and join in. So we just decide, so, okay, let we proceed. And I strongly believe say we brother go join we, and this person a person way himself now one of the brains them na Salone way a base America. But as a Salone person, we definitely go be proud of him. So I go just start the ball, set the pace for like we begin right away. And before we begin, for in the interest of people them we not be able to follow, I want for like force we able to for listen to a little bit of the debate, but the debate it not go be everybody. It will be the leader of the opposition, we na Honorable Chernobyl, and then followed by the SLPP side, where himself na the leader for the government, I will say government affairs. So we go listen to them, but for Honorable Chernobyl, in your side, we just make them short, because we want to forget a lot of things them, and again we'll cut short the other opposition, the other speaker, because I want for you mostly from una, because I believe say beaucoup people that watch them, so we will just cut up half. We're not able for do the whole thing, because it will take we long time, as beaucoup thing be really happen today. So let I not spend too much time, and let I play for una the first video where Honorable Chernobyl for the APC, the sort of lady platform, and then followed by the SLPP, their own part. And then I go kind of come back, and hopefully we guest go down join me, and then let we try for talk about it. We'll go open the phone line after them videos here. So let we watch the videos them, and I go come right back and acknowledge the people that we don't join we, and then let we start this discussion, because democracy, as I can always say na this platform, when you compare democracy and then you compare military rule, So, in my opinion, the worst democracy, a way better past the best military rule. And we all know how Salone evolve. So Salone evolve, yes, we get crash course, democracy. I call them crash course because it's very short, will not be rapid. Where they hand over from NPRC to President Kaba, and just briefly, Johnny Paul Kuruma, where he lead the AFRC, it just kind of disrupts the process, and it makes Salone go through bitter situation. So let me watch this video, and I will come right back, me fumble them, and then we will take them from there. Thank you, and una stay tuned and una enjoy.
And that duty is to always do what is right, as the Reverend said, even though he misquoted the Bible today.
I somewhat sense a missed opportunity in 2007.
I will not call it a missed opportunity. I will not. Deliberately. Unfortunately, Dr. Kinsani has gone. I will not call it so.
Dr. Salone is here.
And so that's what I'm saying. But those who should talk about that are not here. Those who should talk about that. Honorable Dixon. Oh, Rogers. From where? Mr. Speaker, we cannot make the commissioners legislators. We cannot. Lawmaking is the responsibility of Parliament based on our Constitution. Lawmaking, we assign the making of rules. We assign the making of rules to a specific rules of court committee. We assign it to a specific rules of court committee. Let them bring the rules. You cannot put the cart before the horse. You can never put the cart before the horse. The cart should be at the back. Except you want to do it the proper way. Mr. Speaker, I've called on the chiefs. I call on my colleagues on the other side. I call on the independent candidate, also the man from Constituency 7. I call on yourself, Mr. Speaker, as one of the guardians of our Constitution, being the presiding officer of this House, not to allow bad laws to go through this House under the tenure. Thank you very much.
That lasted, let's say, more than 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And I recognize the leader of the organization.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, no contractor. I want to start. I want to start by bowing. I want to bow to my members of Parliament. Today, believe me, I consider myself as a very, very proud parent. these three instruments, the first two, were laid on the 2nd of August, and then the other one after we return from recess. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, for 2.5 months, my colleagues on the other side have been practicing for this day today. For 2.5 months, they have rehearsed at the APC party office, they have rehearsed upstairs here in Parliament, they have rehearsed in room 1, and yesterday they couldn't come out with anything absolutely. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I will start my intervention on loudspeaker. The loudspeaker for almost 15 minutes because we got the issue over and over about other related matters. But tell me the truth. Mr. Leader of Opposition was the Speaker, our acting Deputy Speaker of Parliament and Speaker of Parliament on both cases. And he presided when we passed this bill, the Civil Aviation Act 2017. Mr. Speaker, with your leave, let me just read the short title. Being an act to provide for the repeal and replacement of Civil Aviation Act 2008 to provide for the continuing existence of the Civil Aviation Authority, to provide for a more effective and efficient regulation of international and domestic air transport and cargo services in Sierra Leone, and to provide for other related matters. Mr. Speaker, with your leave, let me read again. Being an act to provide for the imposition and alteration of taxes for the year 2018 and for other related matters. You must include other related matters because the law will not cover everything. So I am calling on my leader of opposition. In future, please do not mislead our people in this country. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, honorable members.
What is good for the group? Allow the leader of government business to respond in an atmosphere of tranquility.
Well. Me fumble them and I don't get a glimpse of waiting be happen at Parliament today. And the first speaker, now the Speaker of the Opposition, we now Honorable Chernoba, and on the other side, now the SLPP representative, we insef make a great point. So while we wait for we guest, waiting I go do now. The phone lines they're open, and I go post the numbers there right away. We start the ball rolling, and I promise me fumble them. I go all my own thought till almost the end, because you know, myself when I remember me na Sierra Leonean and me select the country, but one thing way I go try for make everybody, where I go share with everybody, is I'm very pleased, very pleased, in the sense that no couscous, no fet, and that jubilation, a fair play, like where they kind of cheer each other, then they entertaining, and then they in fact, to in my opinion, inspiring. Because where people and they see them and then disagree with each other with respect, and you know, you raining insult and also like slight jargons, then they go back and forth. But for the fact say the entire debate and then go through the process of election, voting, sorry, the process of voting, and then read the result, to me, then they by itself, I go say the right direction. I get other things them way I go share with you now later in the broadcast. But for right now, I go back and then read the comments them and try for bring people them in and appreciate people them. I want for say plenty thank you to Bash K. And he say another day with VOS Roslyn Lai, thank you so much. And Victor Thomas, thank you so much for joining me. Will Madam Janet Matamusa, thank you. And they say commissions of inquiry will open Pandora box. And Fifi Tyro, thank you so much. And Luboya Eli, thank you so much for joining me. And Mohamed Lamin Kamara, thank you. Say we there. And Madam Fadima, we president for the non-profit association, VOS Non-Profit Association. Thank you so much for joining we, Madam Fadima. And he say please share, do you wanna share? Let other people let we hear from other people them waiting now then take on this. And Ethel, Ina, Robin, Taylor, thank you so much. And Fazia Mansur, thank you so much. And Madam Martha say lawmaking is the responsibility of Parliament as Parliament sees it fit. Aisata Tawali, thank you so much for joining we. Khalil Basoon, thank you so much. And Jay Soare, thank you for joining we. He said the commission debate was a disaster for some members of Parliament. Well, definitely we know say they get different degree of education and even experience, because over 100, I think about the last time where I looked the statistics, about 125 roughly now new elected MPs, so the experience no date. But let me give them time. And remember, yes, education, they count big time, but not too based on their education that they represent themselves. Now, based on them people them, the people them, now each constituency believes say go represent them. And now them people and they elect. So some people and they way definitely even they struggle for express themselves in English. And some people and they with all this, because this we really see intelligence. We see plenty you know, people them way learn, smart, intelligent, and all that, and they come handy, and people always sabi debate, it come handy. But at the end of the day, as we'll go see later, we find out say the debate, yes, not completely meaningful in the sense that not able for influence other people them for vote otherwise. So we see, say, for the most part, people then vote on them party. So whether or not, because the SLPP representative, honorable, is say they win the debate, they win the vote. But then they, you know, is subject to different debate and opinion. But the fact of the matter is the process, because remember now this platform we always they talk about the process. So whether una win the debate and then going to the vote, una win the vote, but for the fact say them broadcast them live and make them also very clear to people them, say, well, this na something we go be very proud of, and na something we definitely a worth for the Salone people them get this in recent history. And I will talk about some other instances them where, you know, we get for really pay particular attention to, because this now the stage we dey set so we dey set the stage right now, and if the stage don't set, we no go accept anything less, because if today, in my opinion, they don't raise the bar, so if they want for lower the bar for whatever reason, we the Salone people will for say no to it, or not for agree, or not for accept anything less of waiting we see. So let them continue the bar. So the phone lines, they're open now, so I'd encourage people to follow on our call, and let's just finish reading the comment. And on our call, let we hear from una, because like how I say, this na Salone business, this now with democracy they in play. And this now something we I know say book off we don't they wait say okay, yes, let we pass commission of inquiry, let we pass commission inquiry. But I want to remind we all say, will they do the commission of inquiry, if we not do them right, it will be a disadvantage rather than advantage, because what thing it will do is it will further divide the country, and we all know where the country divided how dangerous it can be. Because that's what you always they preach, say you get for love your neighbor as you love yourself. Where the country divide, your neighbor self go potentially become your enemy, because you don't go get anybody else where you trust. So that's not the thing where I go want to follow on a call, let we hear how waiting on your own take on this particular issue. And that way it will able help we for fully understand I don't want to use a word now, but the risk. Where on a call we get people their opinion, and let we all handle them. And this definitely, like I always tell people on this platform, say like me fortunate enough, whichever way you see them, I put Salone force. I know they support any particular political party, and then they give me the leverage for see things differently with plenty people where because of they support a particular party, then they able for get chance for see out of the box, you know, and this party business don't sort of grip them in a way that then go see something where maybe go be we're supposed to be of concern, but to them they're not concerned, because maybe now then they decide where they feel say they win. And to me, it's not all about winning or losing. It's about precedent. It's about we in North America we say president, but precedent, something where you go set the stage, where you go say, okay, well, if even President Bill with an administration left after law say in 2 terms, waiting that go mean. Waiting it go continue, because if we remember the SLPP speaker, it make it clear. He said this not about for go after the previous administration. He said not to anything where we go consider as witch hunt. He said, but this not something we go even try for, he used the word deter. So like for prevent them we currently in our office for let's say misappropriate the money, like for thief the money, or for do something where probably you know, go favorable to the country. And I like that part there. But whether or not we agree, let we debate them. Let we call and then we talk about this, because the more we talk about it, the more other people go see this, say, yes, definitely, now something we worth for discuss. And one thing where I go try for make very clear now, very shortly, again, as I say, I go try for bring me guest, we himself go help me for Rob Mott on this issue, because as Sierra Leoneans, in nice fellow we talk about this issue. And as I say, particular things then they way I go want for like we be mindful of. So waiting I go do while with a setup we guest, let we show another video, sorry. And this video it go show the count, and then we go show take away the speaker rule. But let we just see how democracy really day in a fine moment. So let we watch this video, and we'll cut them short. We're not going to make them too lengthy. And then we'll go come. I go come with my guest, and then we start the ball rolling. So let we watch, and then I go come right back, me fumble them.
Aye. So that decision.
We allow it. We represent
Aye. So we are counting.
No, we need to question those ones. I think we should.
No, these are boys. 2 boys. So I'm counting boy votes. 1, 2. The eyes. The eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71.
In a strong
is as follows. Void votes 2. Delays 60. Denies 72. Honorable members, in accordance with the provisions Section 7, paragraph C. 5 members of Parliament are on official duty.
Yes, sir, we know that.
Leaving 141 members eligible to vote on this motion. 2/3 of that is 94 votes. The motion having failed to obtain the required 94 votes, I therefore declare the motion not passed. Therefore, the 3 instruments, namely the Commission of Inquiry, Examination Inquiry, and Investigation Notice number 1, which is Constitutional Instrument number 64 of 2018 and Constitutional Instrument 65 of 2018 and Constitutional Instrument number 67 of 2018 will continue to mature, and will, all 3 of them will mature at midnight tonight. majority and will be fully mature at midnight tonight, the 22nd of October. And tomorrow morning, I will order the clerk of the House to issue the necessary certificate to the executive for the establishment of the commission.
All right, me fumble them. I want to tell una plenty thank you over this whole process. And if una observe, you know, a lot of noise they go on and things like that. So now we get on board me guest, and this person now somebody way some of una don't see now, you know, social media. I don't send audios them around. But I go give a chance for like basically introduce himself, let it tell una a little bit about himself and how he believes say this na Salone business and how himself go book up more as a Sierra Leonean for like a push it helped me push this topic go before tonight, me fumble them. So like we say plenty thank you and give him the chance, the platform for like himself say something and people that we don't know him like then get a little bit time for know him because this way brother and somebody way as I say himself it really gets the country at heart and it can do plenty social media audios them, videos them, just for himself up more and help people and for understand certain things them where maybe doubt they. And I believe say this process boku of una confused right now in terms of waiting in mean for the commission of inquiry. But let I pass him over to a guest, like introduce himself. And I will make Mr. Actually Lansana Sako, but let it tell we a little bit about himself. So, Mr. Lansana, tell Fambulem out there, who that's now Mr. Lansana Sako?
Hello, first of all, I want to say thank you very much, Mr. Cabo, and not so easy thing this way you do. This is a service to the nation, and if anybody knows the things them way we they do with the show we face, and especially you now, when you don't come at a silver screen like this, the people in Sierra Leone will be able to identify you very easily. So I'm thinking they not a nice thing, but in most cases as African politics, are a very dangerous thing. But because you get the country in a hat, we people like you, where they come on social media, they show face, they give them real name, and then they talk to the people. They sacrifice a lot for let the country go before. As we all know, African countries, but now when they talk especially about Sierra Leone, we country, the dictatorship, a day plenty. Somebody go hold you, they lock you up without you not go court. So therefore, now in that capacity today, I say thank you to Mr. Cabo, because any official na Sierra Leone go able for hold am for anything where they say na or hold me or anybody else where they conduct them kind of things there. When you land at airport, lock you up, nothing, no they come inside. Now we just take example, waiting don't happen to Khashoggi, that Saudi Arabian journalist. They go na embassy, they hold him, cut in throat, cut in body, put inside bag like a beef, carry and go. America not able to do nothing, nobody not able to do nothing. So I say thank you very much, Mr. Kabo, for the risk where you take. And after that, then me, na Lansana Sako, I mean they host the Hidden Truth on Facebook at all times. As I say, we day for make we enlighten the public, Sierra Leoneans them, for make una able for know waiting for do follow we country go before. We not they try for bad mouth any party or any government. We want give una the truth and make una sidom, una make una own mind for una self. Because when you they talk to somebody, if you get them poison, that kill you, they kill them. But when you get them clean water, which is the truth, a judge thinks them based on the truth, the country will go before. So now that, now in me, they try for do at all times, as well now they read the name of me show, The Hidden Truth. Now that's how they do. I'm not afraid or tell anybody waiting I feel you can take them anyhow way you want. As long as 6 to 7 million Sierra Leoneans them, I believe say that the truth I tell them I not try for Benham because of me on biased opinion, then I am fine. I may be wrong. Not to all the tell are right. I can wrong and I go advise anybody. Anytime I go wrong, come in and correct me. I stand for correction. So this next, I want to say thank you, Mr. Kago, very, very much for way you bring me come on this forum. And I want to say thank you for setting up this kind of forum. Who say we Sierra Leoneans will sit down, we talk about what they go on our country, how we go help, and what we go do. This is a big platform. Thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely, and thank you very much for where you honor last minute, you honor we invitation for let you come at this forum and help we for a mot into the situation where they go on. And let I take this opportunity now for talk to people them waiting this vote mean. Me people them the vote now for lack force the commission of inquiry, meaning the people them the previous government when President Kuruma in last 10 years where it be done in a power. For lack then go able set up people them when the commissioners them and then look into the activities them of the previous administration for the past 10 years and see waiting then go do wrong, particularly where it comes to the money business. Some people and they talk about Ebola, some people and they talk about the mudslide, some people and yes, the Gate, it don't begin through the anti-corruption aspect, and plenty other things them where then go inquire into, where the people that would then go set up, go sort of look into the thing and day. But the thing, Boku people them not able for understand how this whole story begin, where they decide say, okay, let them bring come to Parliament for let them debate, because we all know say previously we don't get a lot of complaint say certain things then and just they jam them through. Then they allow for better debate. Then they allow time for let people in debate. But this one today, now the first of its kind since this administration, since the Bill administration, and I go say even since the President Kuruma administration, because President Kuruma administration, we all know say the APC party now then be get the majority in a parliament and now then be get state house, be the control state house as well. So basically strong opposition no be there. But this time around, by the numbers, and they use that word very loosely, by the numbers, we get the opposition. And this the way happen now just one of several ways them where the opposition can able for flex the muscle and say, okay, well, this now something where we're not going to just agree, but let we debate them, and after the debate, see if we go influence people them for let them stop this bill as it is right now. And one thing where we hear clearly from the opposition party, I mean the opposition leader, is said they're not they against the commission of inquiry, but now the way how they write right now, how the bill day, where if it pass, it become law to them feel say not a good thing for Salone. Now bad law. So, but like I read for una something, and Mr. Sako go patient with me. Let I read this for una, so we go able for understand a little bit as to who side this whole thing come out. So this now from the newspaper when I will call, but let we read. I go kind of read slowly, and they explain. Let people understand a little bit. So when they talk now about the process, how we get to this vote, then go able don't get the basic understanding. For the people them way this now second nature to them, they understand the process. They are una patient with we, and una self go just kind of use this as a refresher. So like I show now, and then I go read slowly, waiting with the show on the screen. So the article says, Sierra Leone News, Parliament begins debate on the Commission of Inquiry today. Today marks 21 days since the 3 constitutional instruments were laid before Parliament. So the constitutional instruments now like a bit pieces of the laws them. So you get the 60, well I go read them, a show waiting this mean. It said, today, members of Parliament will kickstart a debate on the much anticipated Commission of Inquiry into the Governance Transition Report. So, una member, the Governance Transition Report, we don't set the stage for LEC, and this is now one of the recommendations where that GTC report give, where it say, the BO administration set up a commission of inquiry for look into APC precisely then things them where they don't do in the past. So I will continue for it. It could be recalled constitutional instrument number 64 and 65 were tabled in Parliament on 2nd August 2018 before the House went on recess, while number 67 was laid Tuesday, 2nd October 2018. So meaning that the pieces them, they don't bring 2 before Parliament, and then the third one now, then bring after where they don't go on break. Now that's not the recess. So it continue for say, these instruments drew the attention of opposition MPs and members of the public. Opinions vary widely on the process and the debate. MPs representing the House went for recess, but they were denied by the Speaker on the basis that the wrong standing order was cited by Honorable Daniel B. Koroma while addressing the House. So waiting this they try for say one member of APC don't attempt for bring the instrument here, constitutional instrument here for let them can debate them, but the Speaker deny him. He said because he not follow the proper process for like this happen. So, and it continue for say, according to Honorable Koroma, he filed a notice of motion to the office of the clerk calling for a debate on the instrument, but did not get any response from the clerk's office. So Daniel, when I get them clear, say he try for talk, he writes to the clerk, but the clerk not be able to reply him at that time day. So it want for do him before even then take the break. So with this, the APC issued a press release threatening court action for interpretation of the law as the Clerk of Parliament was on radio addressing the public that the instrument will become law on the 25th September 2018. So this now another aspect where me and Lance and I go touch on, where the Clerk of Parliament, the things then where it can they go say even when the process they on. So then they self na something where I go ask Lansana and una say go call in for let we rub more by this. So waiting can happen now, the APC after where the Clerk of Parliament don't go talk na radio say, now just matter of time, then go pass then tier into law. The Commission of Inquiry, then go pass them into law. So APC now then threaten. Say, well, if they do that, then go take court action and things like that. So let we read further and see what thing can happen given APC then court action with them threaten. So they say before Parliament returns from its recess, the Deputy Minister of Justice was on air saying they received a letter from the office of the Speaker saying he has decided for the instrument to be debated when Parliament reconvenes. So meaning that we don't know if now the threaten where APC threaten, say then go take court action, now that make the Speaker decide for step in and say, okay, well then go allow the instrument here, that's the three instruments, they let them come, let them debate them. And now the debate now then do today. So the Speaker don't allow now, is send a letter to the Deputy, according to the Deputy Minister of Justice, that is say. So it continues for say, on Tuesday, 2nd October 2018, the Speaker of the Parliament, Honorable Chairman Abbas Bundu, assured Parliament would start the debate on the three instruments if any member of the Parliament so wishes. So meaning, initially, this Honorable Koroma be say yes, he want for do and but not be able to get in touch with anybody na the clerk in office. So this threat, we don't know if I make now the Speaker where na Honorable Chairman Abbas Bundu decide now for proceed and bring come to Parliament for let them debate them. So it say anybody who wish for do am, it go definitely open them up. And it continue, then quote them there, say, I am of the view that halfway through the 21-day period, that is to say, on and about 11 October 2018, I will order this House to engage itself in a full-blown debate on the three instruments, and I then do today, and I make it be FIBA like marathon. So it say it go do am and it do am. And it assured, adding that any member that is so minded to request a debate should do so in the accordance with the provisions of the standing orders. The standing order now basically the process where Parliament get for go through. And Parliament puts this where go back up the Constitution just how they for run Parliament. Now that the standing orders therefore. And it continue for say members of Parliament on Thursday, 18 October, unanimously agreed for the House to be adjourned to Monday, 22nd October 2018 for a debate to commence on the instrument with only 4 days left for the instrument to attain maturity. So the time where the issue that order say then go do the debate now be the 18th, but then decide say okay, well let then do them now, they adjourn them to today, where in fact by end of today 12 o'clock where it go down pass now na Salone, na in the thing go mature. So what in that they mean the maturity of the instrument here? If take that 21 days, nobody like Parliament, like how they do the debate, so they not pass, they not get 2/3 majority for say let us scrap them and write a new one for let them debate them back. If nobody not gets the 2/3 majority, wetin dem go do is dem go proceed. So meaning that nobody not or able for oppose, say let them not go ahead. So now that's not the maturity. Then it gets 21 days. After 21 days, then by default it go into law. So now that's not the maturity where they refer to Nayasu. So it continues for say the speaker said members of the public can also be present in Parliament to witness the debate by MPs together with local and international media. So then here now that they say now this now the small history me fumble them where we able for get to una, and I hope say yes you get a little bit of big English them there, but I hope say plenty of una are able for understand some of waiting I be read to una. Now we go break them down and we go ask Mr. You know, I'll get for they go in between because America we can go by the first name. So I hope say Lansana, you know, you don't go mind. So yes, so Lansana, as I be they read through, few things then they will maybe Boku people them not be able for understand. The first one, now the speaker, I mean the clerk of the house, and we don't see him say several times, even that term that do. It become 98.1, and I don't know if you go now other media, I don't know if you go AYV, but the one member clearly we me say listen to the and watch him now 98.1, where he says some certain things them, and then they self it kind of upset some people them now the opposition side. So it do him again this time, and then APC say, well, if then try for avoid any debate, then go take legal action. So again, I don't want for assume na but let we say coincidence happen. Say the legal action threat a cause for like Honorable Dr. Abbas Bundu bring the matter for like then debate them. So that's now one issue. The second issue now is that situation where you get 2/3 majority for let them go able scrap them. So we know say over half of the members them of parliament, because the one that will not vote now but 2. I mean the votes their way they will not make because maybe people a mistake. Now 2. Then you get people that will not vote because then they're on official duty. We now 5. And overall, for people let us just understand the number of parliamentarians that we get, including the chiefs them, now 146. So una observe say the Speaker of the House talks say the people that were eligible today for vote now 141. So meaning 5 people are not be there, and then people and they then go on official duties we are aware of. So the 141 forgets 2/3 of that number they then forget 94 people them parliamentarians them wait for vote. If they be get 94 or more, then for be cancel their instruments then they and carry them go back now the drawing board, go bring another one, and then they not happen because of the not get that 2/3 majority for opposer. So now 72, meaning that over half of it, and at that day we are where the opposition leader they say a rather unfortunate, but this is not democracy. Now part of the law said 2/3. So even though it disappointed and say over half of Salone people, and because Salone people and put them there, then people and they're not able to get the right justice or the right decision and things like that. So I don't set the stage, and I just pass them over now to me, I go say my colleague tonight, my co-host, let himself Rob Mott, and you know, let pick him brain a little bit. So over to you, Lansana. What do you make of this whole saga?
Thank you very much, Mr. Cabo. Thank you. First of all, you don't explain the thing in a very, very, very simple term. And so we gladly forget somebody left you we able for break things and down for we not go able for understand them big jargons them. But with the issue of the clerk, we now parentarily, not to the first time this kind of misbehavior or dictatorship don't take place, because I call this dictatorship. When you they force your opinion on other people them, or when you they feel say waiting you say there should be a full stop, no comma, na day for end and na day then for start. It is wrong. We not forget people that like that in Parliament. A young man, and I admire him. He has a lot to achieve ahead of him. But they advise him, when you want day in a politics, you want stay long, make you not use your position and use a heavy hand for crush people them. We get the right for stand up and talk about issues where go benefit the country. Just like Mr. Cabo say, the stop way the go na radio station and say then go pass this particular thing before even them vote on them is no. I mean, everybody go because you bias now, you party they in power as the clerk of courts parentarily belong to the SLPP. But Lord, we remember say again, this not the same man way disrespect, because Nasomi Kolam, where disrespect Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela, is stop him on in track in a very rude manner na Parliament for make a no talk. This not happen na any democratic society or any civilized person not go do that kind of thing. Number one, no we forget not to foresee na for color Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela in position or in social status. Although we know say Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela na son of the soil, meaning Sierra Leone. It don't serve we country with distinction around the world. It don't put we on the map. If that person they come, it say it the left what it they do way lucrative, it can be member of parliament, even if he lost election. Do ya when then they talk, give them chance. Not use the position where you get na power, not use your position for make you stop somebody else. And at that parentarily do the whole Sierra, everybody in Sierra Leone see that rude interruption. Now you don't go back in the radio. You the same parentarily. You they tell people and say, when I go win, I mean this thing it go pass without even they not do any kind of election yet. No, you go say, well, you don't then at the booth, they don't vote, you don't look at the thing, and you believe say you go una go prevail. Not to that you say. You they try for say a power now una go get for prevail. Don't not forget the election of the Speaker of the House. A big controversy. Me agree with Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela for say that was not democratic at all, because just let Mr. Cabo say, in that case again, we not been get 2/3 of the majority, when about 94 and something. Instead, the APC party then walk out because they disagree with the process. And the SLPP, when at the ruling party, now 49 no more than get, then just continue with the paramount chiefs and the other two parties that were in at the host. Then for them, postpone the thing and try for satisfy the people of Sierra Leone, because each member of parliament, they represent different constituencies around the country. Meaning, any member of parliament waiting in say under now for you talk now for you talk na Losar, or now for you talk na Bo Kono constituency so now for you then talk. So when then go under anything where they put now we own life now in and they manage how we go day now we country, whether we go able with economy go grow, where any decision we they make now on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. So now things and down there what we know for use we own individual power and exert on people, and that not dictatorship, that's not to democracy. Parentarily, they don't exhibit that behavior. This not to the first time, this not the second time. And for let it say them go win, and then come again, it prevail under the dubious circumstances will take place today in the Parliament, as Mr. Kabu rightfully say. Now 146 people they now with Parliament. 5 been there in absent, 5 not been there because then they on official duties. Nobody no go blame them. And then the 2 we no vote or whatever, abstain something I don't know. Then that means this vote will come out today, not to 2/3 of the majority, because now 72. So waiting that mean, it means if them been fair enough, they really want to put this country for make it go the way we they expect the new direction for go. Make we not go back with all the corruption we don't do from independence to now. And if I don't say, okay, make we go back, this not get 2/3 of the majority, because the Sierra Leoneans then put we for work for it. If we take we 10 times for pass a bill, that means the Sierra Leonean people they don't disagree 10 times. The 12th time, if they agree now, say we reach a consensus wherein we all don't say we don't agree, then yes, that now the people of Sierra Leone don't speak. But the result we come on I have today, half of the country no agree. It means Sierra Leoneans they no agree with this. This not a bad precedent for we country. And I go want to take this opportunity again. They can tell me fellow Sierra Leoneans, and just like how Mr. Kago don't don't set the table, make we say to we government, enough is enough. When new government come, we they expect for make una no repeat waiting the old government do. Now reason make them change the government. Now because of waiting the one and they do, now that make them say una sit on this and we try somebody else. But if una don't come under 1 year, plenty thing and they go on, we people and feel say no right, then we they go the wrong direction. So Mr. Kabu, if I go left for go further, but I don't know what you get in mind for ask again. So I go and go step by step. If you go take them from here and buttress whatever I say, or if you get something for add on them, make we listeners them hear and understand.
Absolutely. Well, somebody they say we don't hold the line for too long. No, not be hold the line for too long. The lines they're open. So if you want for call and for give you voice, they are now for call and give you voice. And Mr. Sako make several points them points then I want for just clarify me Salone brothers and sisters. The thing where Mr. Sako, they are correct me if I kind of mischaracterize you Naya. Because say we all in Naya for agree and disagree or disagree for agree with respect. So for today, according to the provisions where they now the standing order, the standing orders say then can proceedings here. They forget 2/3 majority for let you go stop whatever bill of this nature don't come through. We'll get the first call. Maybe let we take because I be want for reserve my opinion to the last, but I'm glad you don't get this call. VOS Network. Hello caller. What's your name and who say the call from, please?
Mr. Mansari call from Philadelphia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mansari. So I get Mr. Sakon at the line. So today, not go bully me. Go ahead, please.
Okay. When you talk, you understand. You see, the clerk, I don't know in procedure in our parliament, but the clerk, they always beat the gun and the bullet before the gun. You understand? If you don't fire the bullet, don't know the gun, don't. The gun, if the gun first before the bullets they come, you understand? They do for the Speaker of the House. Don't back again before they make this bill. If we don't talk like a several times, and AYV TV say the bill they pass, APC, the opposition not gonna forget the votes where they need. You understand? Then they don't show for say you are the team make a bias before. So we all glad for the inquiry, but waiting with the all way talk, say made the thing go the right way. You understand? Made them all the people that with them eat Salone, made them pull everything. Like one thing, it just the way how we see the inquiry, get for go that plane in fear because of the permanent secretary then when are the key holder for say with government and go down one. Now the permanent secretary then for don't include them for that particular inquiry thing they you understand. Because of the minister, then can just be a minister, or the permanent secretary now then all they do also the dirty work then for the minister, you understand? Like most of the permanent secretary they don't do that office in the past 20 years. We're not the same one social minister and they can work with, you understand? And then I may make them before all patient with this bill, may them go to the right way, but always the speaker of the house, instead of it a bully, wait if he go self in a TV self, wait if he make self in your own argument themselves, but so we don't do this in the past. You see the thing now the main thing and they made afraid and make God make a recount, it will not can go from bad to worse. For this the democracy, the change way so will be the ask for and not people see the change to go the right way. And now these are the always talk for say. If they not say then get the confidence for say we put them there for say now una we put don't una for go with the thing the right way. Because una not they go with the team Ben way left.
Mr. Masai now for try for wrap him up because other people in the
okay.
Thank you.
Guys now and make no more we don't know what thing they get for them because they don't pass the bill on. It just get for work. It just stand with them speak the ACC boss then do them on their own then pick the speaker of the house then do it on their own but put in and the bank governor then do it on their own. Everything is just now one ruling party with you on right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me try for see if we can able take another call and go back to you. We'll sort of miss this call, but while probably we try for fix this, I want to let you kind of go more on that issue. The Mr. Masare make mention of two issues. Okay, let's take this call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and also the call from, please.
Hi, Dauda Conte. I the call from USA, Phoenix, Arizona.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Dauda Conte. Go ahead with your comment, please. Diana, for make a short, because other people really they wait on the line. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say thank you to our team. They do a very great job, for Sierra Leone and Whistle there with the follow up. Watching the whole of the country, and we're really curious and really happy. Today, absolutely, one of the happiest days is today. Ever since I don't follow this corruption trend, Salone. Of course, we don't see corruption is very bad in any country. The thing we some people need to understand is if other countries and they run after them, political leaders and all. Then dignitaries and we then put the head for man the affairs of the country or the people then they misappropriate or misuse the country in funds and then they hold responsible and they bring it to book. Then why Salone people not for understand this or this is very bad, therefore be happy. Of course I'm not saying we're happy today. We are really happy with this don't come. This is not even about SLPP or APC. This is about Salone. Okay, sometimes they don't set this example now. The next time, after we SLPP people or whatever, the next party will come in power, they will not say, Lord, they will not pass now. See, if you mismanage the country fund, they will go for KC, you go for your responsible for that. So this is really good. This is not even about which horn. Some people they say, this is not which horn. No, not to which horn this. This we don't aim for this for quite a long time for that camp. Now they don't pass into law. Oh, yeah, glad you brother. So congratulations to Salone, and really happy and let God bless my own and they make this out to everybody out. And that's what I call for.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And we're gonna allow Mr. Sako for respond because two callers don't come, and let me allow you for respond. So the first caller talk about say why they know ask the question, but the instruments them they not specifically talk about the permanent secretaries them, and we all know say the permanent secretaries them they can take a very major role where it come to situation at that country they and at the ministries them and different departments them. So what do you make of that? And also the fact where it talk about say it feels say them for don't wait and then try for polish all the areas then they and then decide now for come and debate more further. But again, before you go, I just want to clear that last point where, according to the parliamentary procedure, the standing orders, you're supposed to forget 2/3 majority for able to defeat this for go through, and now APC not be get them, and that make a get for go through for become law of the land. So whether half of the parliamentarians then they against it, but for like you stop them, you get 2/3 majority. So over to you, Mr. Sakor, and go ahead and we'll take the calls then after you're done with your thoughts. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. I think that the first caller in concern things the way the similar people and don't echo that sentiment because whether for whatever reason why they not include permanent secretaries or other branches we make up institutions now the country nobody no know. But at the same time you go able for make your own judgment depending on who that you they support. If you're not APC, you go say it was done deliberately. If you're not SLPP, you go try for defend them that way. Your own way it go switch you. But so the common man, me believes that when they say corruption, in 10 years, not only the ministers of the APC will be involved in corruption only. I believe say all the institutions then where they make up the government, especially we're responsible for the economy of the country, for generate income in any area in Sierra Leone. I believe say the permanent secretaries then get a very, very, very big role for do with that. If you now imagine, if I'm not a mistake, Victor O in small brother, na permanent secretary, then catch him right red-handed with Sylvia Blyden, then put some kind of how they call a trap, wherein then they ask for in 3,000. They expose them. That's not the permanent secretary again for do with the Hajj gate. So them people and they them very, very, very important. And from waiting me understand, most of the permanent secretaries then again, as they say, I not come for talk about party and APC, SLPP or NGC. No. I come for shed light on waiting they go on waiting me believe say it wrong. Whether if we say now the party where they support or not, I will call on that way. So I know say SLPP people or APC, anything where I talk against any of the two or NGC, nobody not go feel good. But at the same time, we need for tell with people and the truth. Most of the permanent secretaries, even the one way they close to the president right now SLPP members or party members then. So therefore, if me as a citizen, as Sidom, they don't say commission of inquiry, and all the one they would don't call for interrogation on a CID or they don't point for none of the way the SLPP. But I go begin to ask now APC one grain na them day na Salone. Everybody na being APC, there was no SLPP, there was nobody else. I go ask them question and they a fear question because we get for sure we government for say we know they sleep and we're not stupid. Make them not cherry pick, just like how Mr. Cabo say earlier, way they cherry pick or they make selective judgment, they bad. When you don't say no direction, like what they said earlier, you don't say you they take the country to a new direction, take them to a new direction. Anything with wrong with the old one, drop them, change them, make you put waiting right. It no matter who that foot they go for them path. That make when we been get the young boy Francis Kelfala when at the anti-corruption leader head talk say even if not under the president in foot it go after him. I gladly for your reader and I hope say it go stick on in promise, make it serve the people of Sierra Leone without bias. Any law where you they do na a country you they govern, if for be uniform, every citizen within that country, for they under that same law, you for treat them fairly. But in this case, where you not get anybody yet when a SLPP member, where they don't call for interrogate or ask for go na CID because they suspect something, or they want get story from for see whether they will charge them with anything or not. A very misleading to me, and it appear very biased. So I agree with the first caller completely, and we brought away call a talk say, Mr. Kabo, when they do well, or we they do well, we say thank you very much. When I keep for the watch, what do they say now? Una sep go relay, I'm outside, calling to everybody, they get time for listening to radio or watch them kind of thing there. Or una go able for take what we they talk, una make into action. Thank you again. Over to you, Mr. Kabo.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Sako. You make several points them where I want to touch on. And Odo make them very clear, say, nothing or the way, in my opinion, where I go say, now business as usual, if I can put them down where people can say, oh, well, this clearly, the APC now gets the 2/3 majority. But the two major concerns them where the member of the opposition they make. So I wonder we touch on them two major concerns then. The first one, they say why, like how the previous caller say, why the permanent secretaries are not included in the Commission of Inquiry. And the second point, say why they for start 2007. So why do not go all the way 1996 for let them go able for nyaka the system. But where we did now, we can let forget different perspective. So let we hold off. And we get a call. The phone lines they don't begin busy. So let take at least 2-3 calls, and I go bring you come back for like you give analysis or respond to the callers them. So VOS Network, hello caller, waiting at your name and who say they call from, please?
Concern Salone from Australia.
Hello, Concern. As I've rightly noticed, the lines they're really busy, so let's just keep on tight. And go ahead, waiting at your own take on this issue tonight. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
For me to focus on actually what's happened inside Parliament now, because now the question that they in play. And first and foremost, I want to thank the media for make a live broadcast of actually waiting happen inside the Parliament. And at the one voters then, we get to be very smart and very observant. We found out inside Parliament that is almost friendshipness, brotherhood business inside the Parliament. Imagine if we not be to show this to the media, to we the people who see and live what they happen there, the perception of a lot of people will change and become more hyper. So with the final say politicians, when they inside the well of Parliament, they are brothers, they laugh together, they play together, they provoke each other together. But when they come out of Parliament, they put the claim of hate where we the voters can take against each other and harm and destroy themselves and destroy the country. So now one big takeaway I take into this observation, what I do, where I'm able to sleep. Now let me come to the Commission of Inquiry. People then say they want to debate the Commission of Inquiry, and it has been debated and they've lost the battle. Case closed. That's it. Waiting at the way forward. If anybody gets any skepticism, say somebody be done there at the other side of the party, where commit crime, where instead part of the corruption. Now, who not be the control the house? Now, who not be the control the document them? The documentation, they all be there on the hand for 10 years. If anybody find out, say, you get any evidence of any person who cross carpet inside SLPP, where you find out, say, inside the part of the corruption, the anti-corruption not only limited to the list or the release. If you get any other evidence, it can further them to the anti-corruption and make you case. Now, that me just strongly believe. And the list not only limited to that way they publish. They get for clamp a lot of people as they go along. Because in any crime, there is a trail and evidence so they can left behind, either by bank transaction, by signatory, by communication, and other things. So now it makes always to tell people this modern time, if you work in any office, you get to be transparent. Everything there in wire, everything there in evidence, through phone calls, they can start any communication, say social network produce this communication between this Mr. X and Mr. X. They get right for producers through the court. So this modern time, people get to be careful. And what I want to make final.
Yes,
this
please.
Not just a precedent where SNPP set for themselves. No, not even set up for APC. Because at the day in governance, that's therefore haunt them again. So that's therefore take the fight against corruption very, very serious in the country. Now that's my own take.
Wonderful. Let's take another call. Thank you for that. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say the call from, please? Okay, unfortunately, that caller didn't drop. And so this last caller, it make a point. And the point where it is, okay, well, we look and say no matter what, now win and lose. So the other side don't lose and the other side don't win. So let them move on and think about another thing. And the other thing, again, where I want to let people are aware is this inquiry, not a judgment, not just investigation. At the end of the day, then get for bring a report. And the speaker talk about that briefly. But maybe in my closing argument, I go put all that together. Let's take one more call, and then I go bring Mr. Sako on. VOS Network, hello, caller. What's your name and who say the call from, please?
Hello, good evening. My name is Matthew. I call from Massachusetts.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Matthew. Go ahead with your comments, please. The lawmaker a brief because the lines are so busy. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Well, firstly, I mean, I want to tell you thank you for wanting to take time for, discuss some of them things today. And I want to just revert back to the whole issue with the Speaker of Parliament. Because myself clearly been listening to that issue there in 98. I think we need for also put the whole radio program and the whole 98 program in perspective, because I definitely it talks based on the fact that the member of Parliament, my friend, Mr. Kroma, we did a very good job today, for call out some of the things in the Parliament. It not be submit, it not be filed on the right footing. So because of that, and then Parliament go on recess, if they analyze the situation based on the procedures of Parliament say, because it not been get the right footing for apply, for letting them discuss at that time day, and they don't go on recess, and then it means that the instrument get for freedom for that period of time, where it means they come back, that time go long pass, therefore the thing go there. But I remember it clearly say that there's a possibility for letting them talk and then they did in the hands of the Speaker. He said because Parliament, the only person we get the right to overrule himself are the Speaker of Parliament. So I think a lot be fair enough to parent, a lot be fair with a lot not take one side of maybe say one good thing and not more. It definitely say that based on the provisions, that the Speaker now get the right to overrule himself. And I think we need to get down the straight. Also, me think we need to celebrate yourself. I mean, my dear brother, I can't go long clarify my brother's statement that, this was not like, therefore go back, go redo them because, they don't get the requisite number. We don't see, for example, in the U.S. now, all day now, where they vote for the Supreme Court justice, look, the margin will be there between them. Small margin. But the rules say, as long as they get the majority and it pass in this country, it go. Elect one person. As long as that is the law, obey the law. Me think so what did not happen today in Salone, we shall rejoice because Mother Bill don't put himself, on the stake. Don't put himself on the line. Because if you're ready for call out thief man, make sure that yourself not thief. Because the easiest thing for thief man for do, and for calling company thief man, And I think, let's go to them, say, the way we see Parliament vote, the way we see Parliament discuss this issue today, I think it's a very good thing for commend the Speaker of Parliament, for commend, all the people that participate, because normally we can just say, all in favor, yay, say yay, and then even though the yay don't sound correct, we see the politicians they played it, but we still say Parliament do a good job today. The Speaker do an excellent job. My dear friend, Mr. Kroma, Honorable Kroma, the first presenter, did an excellent job. We for celebrate with democracy in Australia, and I think that this is a good thing. I will call back like a chance to other people there, but I think this is a good step, and we for celebrate what will happen soon as Salone, because tomorrow, first will come and say, this inquiry, if I set her up, and Mr. Nogofala, they therefore lost happen because we don't see people that don't come. The last government,
all right,
APC,
well, we get
inquiry, they're not going to Parliament. And as Kroma come, he set her up. We're not going to Parliament.
Okay.
So I think it's a good thing, and we for celebrate that.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Great point. Let we take this last call, and then let we give me co-host chance for a respond. We can all the thing piled up on we. So VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
My name is Sal. I'm calling from Boston.
Thank you so much, sir. Go ahead with your comments, please. Let me make them brief and give other people a chance. Go ahead. Thank you very much for your calling.
Okay, cool. First, so the made-up story about Paran, the plaque, I think we need to move away from that. Because today I listened to the debate in Parliament. While the people were giving their comment on the instrument, there were a lot of other honorables that were saying a lot of mean things, like out of order, completely out of order. They were rude, they were provocative. So let's not just use Param as a scapegoat. That is very wrong, and we need to move away from that. And let's not bring back how the speaker was elected and all those incidents. Because if we have to bring that back, it shows that we're trying to use someone as a scapegoat. Because what I've come to notice is that all the honorables are very mean to each other. They mock each other's and they make joke of each other's. So let's just lay off that. But back to the instrument that was laid today. I think we need to be congratulating ourselves. And with all the accusation of, some people were out of it, some people were not named in regards to the permanent secretary, I think with time, once the inquiry kicks in, if you have an evidence of someone involved in corruption, you have the position to go and present and make a case. That's the whole essence of this whole inquiry. So I'm confused why people are thinking, because someone is not named, you can't name them. If you have an evidence of a permanent secretary involving corruption, bring it out and clear your own name and say, okay, I didn't do this. This person did it, and this is the evidence. But I think we trying to scapegoat this whole process. At first, they say it was a witch hunt, and now that the inquiry is about to kick in, and they're saying, certain people were not named. I mean, I'm glad the way President Madabil didn't tie himself to certain guidelines. Now that the inquiry is going to kick in, basically they're going to bring up, they're going to set up a rules as to how it will commence. With that rules, I believe is what the Supreme Court judges are going to follow. So I'm not sure why all this panic and pandemonium. Let's people just take it easy. If you have your evidence, go there and clear your name. It's as simple as it gets. All right, it's simple. So that's all my contribution.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that brilliant contribution. And let's just give chance to my co-presenter, so for him to for him to also have the platform. Thank you very much, my brother. And please stay tuned. And if for whatever reason you think of additional comments, please don't hesitate to contact us back.
No worries. All right, thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Sako, Idoyeri will give chance for let you rebuttal, let you basically tell people them waiting at your point. This not an argument, this na information session. let we able make we people understand what in this mean for the country. So over to you, and your time starts now.
Well, I go with the last caller from Massachusetts, Mr. Matthew, with the Paran story, and another caller too did not mention Paran to be using him as a scapegoat. And I'm sure, you know, when anything where somebody they do, they have the history go they Vietnam. So you know, go just look usai if for them, you they look usai a bucking foot, usai a start. Waiting maker bring Paran now for bring awareness to people them. Some people now we government or people when they around we go look at the way when they conduct business, whether this is not the right way then they go. If it go repeatedly, yes, then me go able put eye on that person. They say, this person he don't do this, he don't do this, and he don't repeat them here again. Now me own right for bring that one day, and all people say anything where me say means that's what it is. You get your own opinion, and they just bring and come out for me kuna take a look at them. As I say, me not deny for party. In fact, if you go on Facebook, Mr. Matthew and all the others, we just come talk the day we Madabio win this election. I mean, now the first one, as soon as he announced and he talked to the people and say, in not to SLPP, not to APC, in the president now for everybody, no matter whose party. And I commend them and make an audio and a video and commend them for in speech. And the next thing I say right away, Mr. Madabio, you for open a commission of inquiry for investigate anybody where the law go for them and for say they don't do the people of Sierra Leone wrong. Financially, they don't take from they don't take from the taxpayers them, and I even go further and say enough will be limited to only APC. If we go all around, it has to be uniform, will not go cherry pick. When you go on Facebook around March or April where this year happen, you go see in 3 days consecutively are they on the commission of inquiry and support Madabio on that. Second, I not support Madabio at all. Me na one of the biggest opponents them. Now me na the man will bring out the issue where within 3 days he get 14,000 views on YouTube for say Madabio no work for 20 years. Me na the man will do am, and the day where it come out, SLPP hierarchies then call me 1 o'clock in the morning for talk to me for withdraw that particular YouTube and video from Facebook. I tell them only if they give me evidence, I will take them out because I do research before I do them. So now again, if you go again on Facebook, you go see Usai at the support Madabio 100% on all the executive orders the way it take. Why I give you this story? This man in show, it just starts, and we get for make sure saying a credible show it gets. The people that we if we call, not to people that wouldn't get biased mind against party or anything. Because if you look, let's say, show get biased, or they come on for just put Madabio down or for put APC down, probably not go and watch them again. So I go urge you all make una go look me tapes them. Me a very, very fair-minded person. And now we not go low, we move forward from Paran and other things that we just put that one day for say, you know, this kind behavior, we therefore put a check and balance on them kind of things there, because at the end we are all Sierra Leonean. Any of them officials and they misbehave ethically. Believe me, now you and me therefore suffer. Low we forget, low we not use emotion. When you use emotion on anything, believe me, you they choose the wrong person or you go make the wrong choice. Not use emotion when it comes to your country. Not use party politics when it comes to your country. Think about 7 million Sierra Leoneans and waiting you don't go through and waiting you want for you picking them. Tomorrow, you go able to make the right judgment. So therefore, we deny forgive now anything we are saying now, not to against Madabio, not to against Kande, not to against anybody. Now in favor of the people of Sierra Leone. So I don't know the other callers, them young question with this
Well,
not,
about the, I don't say you don't address some, but mostly now about this whole the PS, the permanent secretary them, but we don't address some.
Yeah, give me some time, make a come day. Me brother, we just come out Matthew, really brilliant contribution. Now you don't give us all the other ones the way don't can. Everything we all don't say is not wrong, is correct, and all we they say, they put we own opinion out there, make una self dissect them opinion and take the none from the sense, then the sense una keep that. Okay? But if they form a commission of inquiry, the chief minister, if you remember, he came with a transition report almost close to 1 year ago or 8 months ago. He do thorough investigation and name names of the people where they in that. My brother, you want to tell me, say, this chief minister and in team, no member, any other person who not in at the APC party, now only within the confines of APC party, now in no more day, let's say only na APC, they na the country, everybody where they work now, every other branch, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, all na APC, no. We all know, say, most of the permanent members are SLPP. I don't cite for you Victor Folk in brother, where they catch a red-handed, they ask for try for swindle $3,000. Red-handed. Who side that one they go? They not go jail and not hard skate because in brother now vice president. And now if we say we they go, we they move for new direction. If me na Madabu, when I they move a new direction, when I come, something like that will happen openly a day on tape. The man invoice day on tape. Why I not go call? That will be the first man where they can where then they go interrogate. Well, we don't catch you on tape. There's evidence on tape with the Minister of Social Welfare when they set trap for you. Wait till happy with that money. I want to know. So why they not look to that man? Why they not look to that? He come up from the south, in brother na SLPP, I mean na APC, but it not mean say they not for check on him. And other the one way they near Madabio, himself na been permanent secretary. Make we not pick and choose. Make we not look to party. Make we look for waiting good for we country. When I they call them people that they name, it not mean say I believe say they are guilty, but I they look at them as suspect because corruption na cancer na the Republic of Sierra Leone. Anybody will be permanent secretary today. You get 1-2 years, you go see them build 3 houses in one green, and you check in salary and not go anywhere close for let buy 1 tire in 2 months. So this is not the reason. What would they say? Though we include everybody and Madabio, they don't do well from the tell where it start. I don't give them kudos. They don't do well, but at the same time, we for they follow we advise and law we guide them. As we all know, anybody who is near the president, na Sierra Leone or African country, they not they criticize the president. They clap for him every day for letting hate big, so the president will left him na in usai they eat. Because it is afraid say if he say anything negative, if he have bad advice way in no support, he will lose his job. Me and Mr. Kago and like you, Mr. Matthew, and the people away don't come on, we the far place. The president not going for reach we. But maybe, just maybe, he go see Mr. Kago in show. He go listen, he go say, Mr. Kago na sense they talk. Waiting that man they mean tell me advisor. I think say Mr. Kago yon, let's go with that. That they happen. We all know say oh they but Madabio is about 51. But you go here 80 years pa they come. Where they ask for Madabio, not they say where Madabio, they say where the pa. That they show you say we are intimidated by power and money. And they make we not able for talk. Now people like we way they far, now we go able for talk, and now that social media they go able for one day Yeri, waiting Mr. Kago they say, waiting you Matthew they say, or waiting me they say, and it change the mind on something will be for be disastrous for in administration, in government, or the people of Sierra Leone. So therefore, when I say make we put the minister there, we not they try for look for say, I not they try for say, make it go look for somebody, just go take and just become an SLPP or SLPP. No. Now, because those people are part of the financial makeup, the economic makeup of Sierra Leone. And if they don't accuse one person already, look into all. Make you not make the other part of the population where they support APC, MGC, make them not feel saying a witch hunt. Me no say Madam Bio means well, but lo we do on the right way. Thank you, sir.
That's wonderful, and great talking point there. Yes, that's now, in fact, the key message we always they preach on this platform. We want for like we push country go before. We don't want that politics of revenge. We don't want that situation whereby whatever good we they try for do now, with the next party or the next people in camp, they undo the whole thing because of them feel say reflect the country as a whole. So the two major issues then where the opposition party then get, we APC get, and by the way, not to just APC because they get 4 additional seats. So we don't know other than 4 people in there. So meaning that other party members them engage with their support for like them scrap this part of this bill and then go rewrite them because Honorable Cherno Bar even make reference of that where somebody say they can make amendment. They say no, this one not to any amendment. Now for just nullify, now for just cancel them, go write them back and come back and do another debate and things like that. So, but the two elements then are here, and I don't see how then they specifically go prevent APC folks them for get off the hook. And then they I want for let people understand. Let's say if we take them go back to 1996 and not exclude President Koroma in term. So it included. But waiting then they say is let it extend them. So this go clean up the system because it go take into account possibly 3 different regimes, 3 different administrations. It go take yes.
Not that. Where APC come, there's have been conduct commission of inquiry on Kabayan government, 2007.
Yes, well, somebody actually said that, and then the reply with Guy, I think I don't even know the speaker said Guy that replied. It said a missed opportunity, and then the speaker, I mean the head of the opposition said no, you know, go call a missed opportunity, but you're not able to explain as to waiting now the major reasons them why they cancel the commission of inquiry day. So some of them thing and they all, if we want for clean the system, we need for dig into them thing and they. And yes, it will be probably expensive, but it's nice for that we do them once and for all. Which make us say once and for all, when we do them right, we go able for know all the loopholes them, all the issues them, and nail the people them where go found wanting. And when you don't nail them people here, you make them now very tough for let people not do them again. Because me believe in preventive policy. So you kind of make them in a way that you prevent them from even happening. But again, how this thing, because if they don't really narrow the scope, and then appetite go there for the people that we get for do this and say no, well, evidence there and there and whatnot. Because I think now one of the arguments that way they talk about rules of evidence, you know, all lengthen in there, but you know, you get some technical aspects them. But one thing anyway, is rather unfortunate that we run out of time. But tomorrow, by God's grace, Madam Betty Foray get for come and it go talk specifically politics. Because every Tuesday, given the tension within the country, And given the fact, say, politics, it don't deny everybody, the fabric of we Salone society, so we decide for, say, okay, well, let we dedicate a day, especially talk about politics. So we hope, say, I go tell for engage with them, Mr. Sako, we hope, say, you go join Madam Betty for let some of their issue on a flesh them out, let people able understand the political aspect and what it also mean for Sierra Leoneans them. So we not get any further calls, and me people them we the beaucoup of the comments that we don't miss, because this is a very entertaining topic and very sensitive one at that. But by God's grace, tomorrow we will give you more chance for let we talk about this and plenty other issues then, because this not get for go away, given the fact that it just gets started. Because now something where we just go see, say it starts. We get for talk about the composition of the commission. We get for where the report can. We get for talk about waiting in the report and waiting and get because clearly after we don't make the report, the court get for try for bring them and get for bring them people here to court. And then all them proceedings then we get for follow them. So this now long road. And there could be, in fact, a tendency, say, the president in first term self no go see this process end. Waiting now your last word, Mr. Sako.
Well,
and make people fully understand. Yes.
You don't touch on them briefly. This revenge politics make we left them, no we stop them. A bad. Whether na in they go on right now and not get any evidence for substantiate that. But that's not in the people of APC and others, the echo. And let us say, with the executive decisions the way Mother Bill don't take, and in relations to free education and other things, are really happy the way it go with things. But at the same time, when the idea for say anytime we new party can power, again for sack 85 or 90 or 100 people that will not be APC, we hold key institutional positions, we are not a talk about executive branch in people elect in ministers and no, and they talk about just the institutions them where they run the country, what are key and things like that. Where you come, everybody where you they fire na SLPP. Where SLPP says come, everybody where they fire na key positions na APC is wrong. Especially we don't see positions them where they give people them the time limit for let them day and that one they know they mature when they come. If not APC, if not SLPP, where they kind of go with you, they no more, you don't lost your job for that day. Job where you they say you don't sign according to the Constitution of Sierra Leone, or let them pull you now, then go get for bring something against you, or bring you come now Parliament, now the legislative body, now then go weigh that issue there and decide whether you for lose your job or not. Just like the United States, when then they confirm you for ambassadorship, then put you, confirm you. And if you do anything before the end of your term, then they bring you back to the people that will confirm you for pull you. Not to say anything. Yes, ambassador, where you can, you be able to get your ambassador. But then other institutions, then, if the person not supposed for commodity, the Constitution clearly states, say, now so, this person don't sign, say, it go work on, so it go there, now this is demand. Not go pull and just become an APC, or not go pull and just become an SLPP. What if he's the best man for that position? Why? What if he's the best man for that position? You go pull out, you go put somebody who is not capable. Now, injustice to the, not to only to that person, but injustice to the people of Sierra Leone. Just make I use the word where Mr. Kago say, now missed opportunity for develop the country. So I'm not going to say now that Mother Bio don't do, but in people them eyes, maybe let Mother Bio you read this. If you know the area I'm from in advisors then. And most people in eyes now Freetown especially, them believe say this na selective firing na in them do. They're not based on somebody in potential parties in politics. So now that me go advise, that will be my last word. If we really want honor new direction, we want we country go before, we want to eliminate corruption once and for all, this is not the right way for go. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, Mr. Kago, for come now this you wonderful platform for talk to the people of Sierra Leone and the listeners and viewers. I say to UNACEF, thank you very much for all una questions them. All the questions that una ask we, they're all brilliant. Maybe una not get the answer where una go let. Some of una get the answer where una let, but we're all human. We all think differently. Waiting me they say, no mean say a correct pass waiting you they say, not just me your independent opinion. Like I say, we there or give una we your opinion, una go take down the dissect them and make sense out of them. Do we know nonsense? Just like what I say, take the non out and keep the sense and move forward. Thank you very much, Mr. Kabo, again. Once more, let God bless you for what you do. Thank you.
Well, me family, I want to say plenty thank you to we brother. We I hope say we will see a lot more of him because the man we as una don hear from him have brilliant man and I want to bright minds than that around. We try for bring to una bright minds them and let we push we country go before. So time now catch we and me go just make a brief given that Mr. Sako hopefully and Madam Betty go come back tomorrow and then try for help with clarification or understanding how we can push this. Oh. The thing where me want for say is a very simple. Where we get a call, but unfortunately, I don't know, maybe I'll take this as the last call because, you know, I so love people, Mr. Sako. So let me hear you waiting this first thing for say VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Concern from Australia.
Hello, Concern. So we'll give the last word in terms of the call and then waiting you get for say, please.
Well, first and foremost, we want for say plenty thank you to Mr. Sako for giving time for coming at the studio and giving your thoughts about the whole process. We really appreciate him, and that we all need as a country, as a people. You know, in life, not one brain, they make everything. Now, collective responsibility of different brains, so they come together. All man gets something out of the 10 nonsense reports they talk. One day they make sense when they push the country forward. Now, that's we all are the objective. Now, my own point now is now the parliament don't play their own role. Was very successful. Now, the ball don't go now to the judiciary. We do beg the judiciary on behalf of all Sierra Leoneans, make them try their best as much as possible for be transparent and be honest in anything that they do in their job. Because the judiciary, with the other organs of government, now they make a country go forward. Any branch of their institutions, and whether they perform their work honestly, they make a breakdown of society. They bring chaos in society. So they ask them, as the parliaments don't do their job, the whole world don't see, everybody gladly, all man commode peacefully, first not happen, make the judiciary make use of that advantage, make them become, they don't lose credibility in the opinions of a lot of people. These are the time for make sure say, every case of this accused be very transparent and very honest. And we ask again the media, if it will be possible, make them go to do live broadcast as the commission of inquiry, they kick off, let people get first-hand information rather than we get in WhatsApp type, all mind the type your opinion, gets confused. So now that's my main take. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Nice way for closing. Thank you so much, Concern. And I don't say let Mr. Sako give last word, but don't bring him back. I really want to let on much for this. So I go pass him over to you because this is a major concern. Yes, we get 3 branches of government. We get the executive, even though we concern say now the judiciary now. No, it go first to the president and in team when the executive and then form as we read the speaker, it give them now the go ahead say Parliament don't give una the go ahead for let una form this inquiry, the commission, whether una want for Brinkam and all that, una form am. So we then done now, then give a report to the president, and where the president get for go through a white paper and all that stuff then they, and then channel and through. But before the judiciary come first, we not say yes, this is a major concern where it come to Salone business. How the judiciary will be independent in this case, because almost every signer Salone don't politicize. Politics did it. So over to you, Mr. Sako. How your recommendation, how you feel say this process will be free and fair and credible?
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kagu. And concern from Australia, you don't give great contribution, and all your concerns are valid and very, very brilliant. And we get something like government where they call separation of powers. That now the executive branch, the legislative, and the judiciary. Then three branches, then this now the main core problem of the Republic of Sierra Leone on all African countries because they are not separate. That's not the problem. When we say politics says separation of powers, we mean the executive branch will comprise the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone or any country with in cabinet ministers then. And then they are the executive. Then we get the legislative branch, we are the parliament. Now then they make law for we, and now then they represent we, the common citizens of Sierra Leone. As me and Mr. Cabo said earlier, then one and they any vote with them vote. Now we own voice, then don't care go. Now we say now that we want. Okay, we're not going to take them back. And then we get the pathway then called the judiciary. Then they interpret the law. Now then they go before them, tell you say this way you don't do now so. Then join now the police force. Then they just exercise the physical power for make sure say them bring you come in front of the judiciary. That's not the biggest problem now Sierra Leone, because in many cases, I hope a no good day. In many cases now West African countries or African countries, including Sierra Leone, the president were not supposed to engage in anything with the two different branches that they do. Always they involve themselves in that. And that's like one of the number one corrupt behavior that one day where they put country down. I give you one example. The example of the former vice president where Anes Kroma sack Sam Sumana. Law we know say when you pick the president and the vice president, if the president pick Mr. Cabo, say na in running me. As long as they no go contest the election yet, Mr. Cabo go able to fire him single-handedly without ask anybody. But as long as they don't vote today, the people of Sierra Leone don't vote, then they don't be president, then they don't be vice president. Then tomorrow, you want fire Mr. Cabo, you not go able, the constitution not give you that power, you not get that power there for fire Mr. Cabo. Now the people of Sierra Leone are then for fire Mr. Cabo. Who are the people of Sierra Leone? Now the parliamentarians, the members of parliament, when they legislate, when they represent me and you and every constituency, now then go vote for impeach that vice president. But we all see how it happened. And not go that way. Waiting then do. Then say that they fire the man from APC. Now, because they say APC where you not get party, that means you're not supposed to be a president or minister. That nine they use, which is completely wrong. Whether they fire an APC or not, but the people of Sierra Leone are them choose up. So daring, and they say this for show you how the executive branch interfere not only with the legislative body where they make the law, but they interfere again with the judiciary. The 5 Supreme Court judges that with them vote for say the president right, then self no saying a lie. The president no right in any way, shape, or form. And let you give them rum, then drink. If not America, the middle which man country, they don't check way with them. It will tell you the president wrong right away. But we know why they vote that way, because they're influenced by the executive. So, Mr. Concern, This now the problem where we get. So I can see the concern where you get whether this thing will go fairly or not. Lord, we hope so. Lord, we hope so. So far, not get any evidence for say the executive branch, they meddle into the affairs of the legislative body. I not get that information yet. But if the left arm make it be separate body, let it do in work, and the people the way they work on this, when are the Speaker of the House, Clerk of the House, members of Parliament, and all stakeholders, if they do them in a democratic way, and to the benefit of the people of Sierra Leone, and I want to join others for say this commission of inquiry we then do openly in a Parliament. I congratulate the people of Sierra Leone. I congratulate the government for way it bring this calm. Now the next step is that for make the executive branch not interfere into the affairs of the legislative body and the judiciary. That will make them perfect. This time I get for you, Mr. Kago.
Well, clearly, I promise now I'm not going to take any other call. I want to tell Mr. Sako plenty thank you. And as soon as see, then kind of people I will go try our best for make sure so we bring them na VOS and let them able to give their own analysis. And I'm way they do research, and as soon as I can tell, and so now something we want for leverage on. All right, like give me on closing, and I go make them very short because most of them I don't talk about them points then they already. The first point where I get, my brothers and sisters, now for say kudos to the entire team at Parliament. We see the Speaker, it do in work very well, in my opinion, and we see the interaction, like the opposition accept the result, even though the opposition, the leader of the opposition, even though he sort of say something where you go see say you're not happy, but it not necessarily mean say if you're not happy enough for accept, but you accept but you're not happy. Waiting on me advice is we all see that 2/3 majority provision how they implement them. So if today the let's say the SLPP party, the Parliament, they accept that 2/3 majority provision, it go against APC this time, even though we all of the members them plus 4 additional members them vote for them, and then get past 50%. But because of not a simple majority, where if not be simple majority provision, therefore we don't get a win. But they don't get a win because of not a simple majority. So also they go with this. I want for just quickly draw to people their attention about 3 incidents them, major incidents them that happen. But because of a day to the disadvantage, the SLPP members then at Parliament, including the Speaker, do not apply the 2/3 majority provision of the Constitution, now the Act then specifically. And I don't want for drag too much now, my brothers and sisters, because una way they follow my analysis, una go member say I be don't show una one part of the Constitution we talk say for they elect the Speaker of the House, Parliament forget a 2/3 majority. And waiting happen, we see issues then they. So they stop some members them, so then go able forget the 2/3. But them members then be even according to the Constitution, particularly for the speakership, then get right for even vote without even being swearing in. We know that it didn't have the Constitution, and I don't show now. So that's now one aspect where the 2/3 majority of all parliamentarians them and they not be used them. They not be used that provision there. And it comes to the second issue, major issue, the ACC boss. It did clear, I don't show now before as well. I go encourage you now for go back to we videos them and not for take too much of my time to una time now. Yeah. But the ACC boss, it did clearly in the Anti-Corruption Act say where you want to remove the person before in term. In fact, Mr. Sako touched briefly on that. You forget in addition to other components them where we don't talk about them, one of the programs them, you also get a parliamentary resolution where for be a 2/3 majority. You see the 2/3? Plenty. In fact, most of the major decisions them, the Constitution asks for a 2/3 majority. So that's not be happen during the ACC for even dismiss the old one and for bring this new one. And a day that issue become where the clerk, depending upon how you see them, Dr. Kande Yumkela come out clearly. And even also APC people them say they not be even allow them for challenge or debate the issue and things like that. Because now one issue that Dr. Kande Koleyum Kelabi put forward and say, no, the Constitution, the Act, the ACC Act, we're now law and part of the Constitution say, because I don't show now back, say all acts of Parliament now part of the law stem of Salone, where the Constitution support. So Unobi get a 2/3 majority for that. And quite recently, I will talk about that back now. For remove that old Bank of Governor, that Governor Bank of Salone, the president, according to the Bank Act, the president only go nominate or appoint, but he need able for remove the bank governor. And not get that constitutional mandate. Now the bank and the Parliament. Now Parliament through a resolution where in time not done it. Now Parliament through a resolution for remove the bank governor. And when did they do that? It gets for be a 2/3 majority. We not even say the old man will be there. That case they go na Parliament safe for Pulam. So my appeal now is today democracy don't really come na the face of the APC people them and they accept them. So are they appeal equally to the SLPP and the other parties them. Whether or not na something we get for favor them. Let it abide by the constitutional aspect where go say 2/3 majority na in require for pass particular decision na Parliament. Because if they continue with this, guess what? Salone go better. You see how beautiful it be? The opposition leader, he accept them. And not like him, but he accept them. He say, not the law, and not the law. So let we not say where it come to now, then we begin to see different interpretation of the law. So now that major appeal they I get. And the last thing also where I want to bring to people them attention, my brothers and sisters. This whole commission of inquiry, not to the end all. This is not just the start. So again, I repeat this. If we do well, it will clean the system. But if we're not doing well, whatever, just like how we don't see so, where certain provisions them, now both the Constitution and any other part of the laws, the other government will just kind of say, no, me not reflect that, or me not respect that, because the people that will be passed on, now so twist then do. So that's not my problem. That's not my concern. Where if we not make a right, we just base them on party or something we just favor you, the tendency very high for like other policy we go can they way not to you. Go undo all this thing and it go be very expensive for the country and it go put the country go behind because government, but people don't say this. Now continuity. You don't need for start all over. You don't need for reinvent the wheel. You just get for continue. Who side the last person stop? So me fambulem, I go tap here and I want for tell me brother plenty thank you. Mr. Lansana Sako, where he helped for share in brilliant mind with me tonight and all una we call. And clearly, I don't get no doubt in una say una not to two Sierra Leoneans them. Some of them disagreement here, now ideology no more. You know, like how they can say different road than they for go heaven. But we all, in the end, we all want for go heaven. So now the same thing again at the Sina Salone. We all want less Salone better. We all want for less Salone go before. But the problem here is, now how for less Salone go before? How will they get there? The road, now him we get, we're different. So some people then feel say, oh well, now for crush this person, then we will go quick or go now the fast lane. Then some people like you say, no, Lord, take time. If we go now the fast lane, easy for we crash because the speed go too high. So now just that's normal. But me fumble them, Salone na one great Salone will get. So I want for tell una plenty thank you for una join with tonight. And again, I want for say plenty thank you to Mr. Sako. And I hope say he will come back and he will continue for stay with we. And I want for say plenty thank you to we VOS family. And the people that really help for monitor the forum and make sure say we all respect each other. I want for say plenty thank you to them. And I want for say plenty thank you again to Parliament. And let God bless them with their family. And let God continue for also bless the president and in team when at the executive branch. And with judiciary, let we pray for them. You know, let them not put their own pockets before. Let them put Salone first. Let them not think, say, oh, if I not do the right thing, I not go gently, I not go billows. Do you a big? Let me put Salone first. And above all, my brothers and sisters, them, let we pray for the only place where we get the land that we love. As Madam Fadima can always say, let we really enjoy the land that we love. So I go tap Naya. And again, I want to say plenty thank you to una. Let God bless above all Mama Salone. So until maybe for me na Thursday, una go see me, except if somebody are feeling for somebody. But I believe say I know confirm I met with them, but I'm so excited. But I believe so una go see Mr. Sako tomorrow. All right. For me, Abdul Karim, I want to say tata.
You can be my brother. You can be my friend. We care for each other. Holding on to the end. Oh, we got to
heal the world and make it a better place.
Oh, we got to
change the world. Better face.
Love is all we need.
Love is all we need.
Oh, love is all we need.
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 Oh, love is all we need.
Love is all we need. Why are we fighting? Why are we hating? We're killing, oh baby, oh. You know love is the answer. You gotta make a little space, oh baby, oh.
We got to
heal the world and make it a better place.
Oh, we got to
change the world and give it a better face.
Love is all we need.
Love is all we need.
Oh, love is all we need.
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 is a private business and technology school offering courses in ICT, digitalization, business and humanity, CARTS, ACCA preparation classes, CELTA teachers training for primary and secondary schools, IELTS exams preparation. PGU-SL and their global education partners are now recruiting students for their September 2018-2019 academic intake
across 48 campuses
in the UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Be part of their global education success story. Last year, PGU placed 60,000 students from 150 countries in the first-class universities around the globe. Are you a parent, guardian, matured student looking for a first-class university, pay your tuition fees or living expenses in local Lyons? Why not contact us today for free non-obligatory advice on your overseas education placements? Contact us at 7 Damber Road, Mauitown, Freetown, or telephone +232 78 851 773 or +232 78 88 6651. Email academy@pgu-sl.com or contact our website www.pgu-sl.com. PGU
Professional Global University. Yay!